Tughlaq-era hunting lodge called Malcha Mahal, located in one of Delhi's posh colonies. It was known as one of the most haunted places in the city. And then there was Vilayat Begum, the woman who spent a decade protesting at the railway station, only to eventually be moved to Malcha Mahal. But what drove her to protest? And who was Vilayat Begum behind the mystery? It all began in the late 1970s when a mysterious woman arrived at New Delhi railway station from Lucknow along with her kids, a group of servants in uniforms, 11 hound dogs and fine carpets. The family moved into the waiting room at the station. The woman introduced herself as the Queen of Awadh, Begum Vilayat. She alleged that she was a descendant of Wajid Ali Shah, who was the Emperor of Awadh before the British annexed it. She demanded compensation for the loss of her ancestral property in Awadh, which was seized when Wajid Ali Shah's kingdom was annexed by the British. Many officials, including Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister's aide Amar Rizvi, tried to convince her and offered her 10,000 rupees. She angrily threw the envelope, refusing to accept the money, saying it was too little. In the following months, she was offered a 4-bedroom house in Lucknow. But again, she refused to accept it since it was too small for her. Anytime the station master gave her any trouble or raised concerns, she threatened to kill herself by drinking snake venom. Her children, Prince Cyrus Ali Raza and Prince Sakina, were said to be under her control, and they addressed her as Your Highness. Her story soon made headlines, with people highlighting how the descendants of the last Nawab of Awadh were treated. At the time, she refused to speak to Indian journalists and only gave interviews to foreign journalists. She had set strict conditions that she could only be photographed when the moon was waning. After protesting for years at the New Delhi railway station, the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi granted them Malcha Mahal in 1984. There they had neither water nor electricity. But Vilayat was never seen in public again after she moved into Malcha Mahal. It was alleged that she died by suicide in 1993 by drinking drink of silence, which was made of crushed diamonds and pearls. Her children had preserved her body themselves and cremated it about a year later. Now here comes the twist. The story of this woman claiming to be the descendants of the last Nawab of Awadh was all a big fat lie. Ellen Barry, a New York Times journalist, went to Lucknow where the family had resided in the 1970s. The people from their own neighborhood told Barry that everyone had considered the family as imposters. Even the descendants of the Awadhi royal family in Kolkata had denied their claims. After Prince Ali Raza died in 2017, Barry launched an investigation into the true origins of the family. While searching the palace, she discovered a stack of receipts indicating regular small cash transfers from a city in northern England. The sender referred to himself as a half-brother. She also found a letter dating back to 2006 which read, "I'm in so much pain that I cannot go to the toilet even. For God's sake, try to sort yourself out financially. In case anything goes wrong with me, may God help us all." The letter was signed by a person named Shahid and it was sent from an address in Bradford, Yorkshire. Barry then made her journey to Bradford to uncover the truth. She met Shahid, who turned out to be Cyrus's older brother and Vilayat's eldest son. When Barry met him, he had lung cancer. And that's when Barry uncovered the truth behind who these people really were. Secrets that had been hidden for decades. In August 1947, during the partition of India, the family in Lucknow had to make a quick decision. Vilayat loved Lucknow and didn't want to leave. But when her husband Inayatullah was attacked, they moved to Lahore. Vilayat reluctantly followed her husband, but she kept thinking about what they had lost. After her husband's untimely death, she had no one to stop her. Shahid said that once she slapped the Pakistani Prime Minister in public. To avoid prison, she was sent to a mental hospital in Lahore for 6 months. When Vilayat was finally set free, she fled to India with her children, taking all her belongings. Later, Shahid said he ran away when he was about 14, then immigrated to Britain. And in India, the family adopted new identities. Farhad Butt became Princess Sakina. Mickey Butt became Prince Ali Raza, who later called himself Prince Cyrus, and Vilayat Butt became Begum Vilayat.